do in order to have a good relationship with Christ is we really need to study the Word of God. One of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that God wrote the Bible so that we could get to know Him. And if God wrote the Bible in order for us to get to know Him, we probably should use that as a tool to really understand who God is and what His purposes are on the earth and what that has to do with us. But one of the things that I found is that a lot of people they open up the Bible and they read it as if it was written to them. And it's kind of a shocker for people to realize, wow, it's not really written to you. Yeah, it's written for you, but the Bible wasn't written to you. Now, what does that mean? Well, what that basically means is that the Bible was written to a group of people at a certain time in history, and it was written in their context and in the way that they understood the earth. It wasn't written for us in our context and the age of iPhones and cars and instant communication and instant travel. And it was written in a different time. And so while it is for us, while it's still applicable to us, in order for us to be able to understand it, one of the things that we need to do is we need to put ourselves in the shoes of those people. We need to understand the context. What was going on in their lives? What was life like for them? Another thing that we need to understand is that it really wasn't written in English or Spanish or whatever languages that we're familiar with. The scriptures were actually written in Hebrew and in Greek. And so it's hard to translate certain things. I mean, have you ever translated maybe a joke from one language to another? It never seems to be as funny. And in the same way, a lot of times we don't get the real meanings when it's just a translated version. And so a lot of times we got to get into what does the original Greek and what does the original Hebrew have to say about that. And now, I don't want this to discourage anybody, because at the end of the day, this is my job. Todd Peterson at The Pulse, I'm going to help with the context. I'm going to help with some of the language. And at the beginning of every small group class that you guys do together, one of the things that I'm going to be responsible for is I'm going to do a little video to make sure that you understand the context and the language.